Hello and welcome. This is the full moon video for January 17th, 2022. This is a collective message for everyone. Now, the full moon will be in the sign of Cancer. And Cancer is a sign of deep emotion, right? It's ruled by the moon. So the moon is actually at home in Cancer, but this is a full moon. And a Cancer moon energy is seeking family comfort, home, safety, security, nurturing, cozy. It wants to feel comfortable. It wants to feel safe, right? Now, a full moon in the sign of Cancer can make us feel very emotional because it can bring to light and show you areas in your life where you feel uncomfortable. Right? It can show you areas in your life where you feel not safe, where you don't feel emotionally comfortable or physically comfortable, being that it also rules your physical home. And it's a very sensitive energy. Emotions will flow during this Cancer full moon. We'll feel sensitive. We'll feel like we need to maybe cry and shed some tears and purge. It's been a very grueling Capricorn season. The sun is in Capricorn. And that's very intense because we've been working so hard, putting so much of energy to moving things forward. However, this full moon is a space to kind of find some time alone, to withdraw. Exhaustion, feeling emotionally overwhelmed is very much the theme of this full moon. Given that it's happening with the Venus retrograde and the Mercury retrograde. Venus retrograde affects our heart, our relationships, and Venus has been in retrograde from the 19th of December 2021 in the sign of Capricorn. Okay, and it will stay in retrograde till the end of January. Mercury is in retrograde around the 14th of January. So with this full moon, we have two retrogrades. A Mercury retrograde creates miscommunication, altercations. So there's that energy of being misunderstood already. This is the kind of energy that can end relationships and end situations. And full moons are times sometimes when we have to let go of certain situations within our lives. We have to surrender and release. So this full moon can be very deeply emotional, because we've been going through it. We've been going through it since December. And to add to it, a Mercury retrograde as well, it's like our hearts and minds are offline. Everything feels off. Everything doesn't seem safe, secure, or certain, or in place. It doesn't feel. That's the one thing about Cancerian energy. It's that mother archetype of where everything is, safe, secure, nurtured, in a sense of control within the environment. But there's this energy during this full moon of things not being safe, secure, or in control, or in place. Because that's the energy of it. Think of it as the mother energy of putting things basically, in place. Everyone's taken care of. Everything's done, it's sorted. No need to worry, no need to stress. But it feels with this full moon that things aren't. There's so much emotions going through us. The Venus retrograde from the 19th of December 2021 that we're still currently in with this full moon. A Mercury retrograde. We're exhausted, we're overwhelmed. And with this full moon, it's opposite the sun in Capricorn and Pluto in Capricorn. Things hidden will come to light. That's what Pluto is about. Everything hidden, transformation. Pluto is the lord of the underworld, death and transformation. Things need to transform. Things need to go to a place of ending so it can transform, and that can feel very emotional. It doesn't feel safe and it doesn't feel secure. It's a good time to declutter your home, to make your home more comfortable. If you want to get through this full moon, declutter your space. Make your space feel cozy. Make your space where you are at. Feel as comfortable as you possibly can. Make it feel comfortable. Because a full moon in Cancer is releasing, it's purging, it's crying, it's letting go. It physically doesn't feel unwell. Watch for your stomach, okay? Watch for your, stomach, chest, especially when you feel heartache, that feeling, breathing, where you just feel emotionally, you need a minute. So take one. This full moon is giving it to you. This full moon is giving you a minute to catch your breath, to catch yourself, to feel your feelings, because you've been going through a lot of stuff and you're going to continue going through a lot of stuff. So we need this full moon to purge and cleanse us. And it can even become a physical purge where you feel unwell. When it comes to your stomach, your breathing, your chest area might feel a bit tender. You might feel like your circulation in your body is off, joints, pains. You might not be sleeping well, exhaustion, anxiety. Watch your mental health. Give yourself some time. If you need to talk to someone, talk to someone. Get the energy and space to simplify yourself and your life. And when I say simplify yourself, I mean when it comes to your emotional self, because the Cancer full moon makes you go deep into your emotions. And it can roll you with those waves as you just go through it, where we feel that salty burn when we have an open wound that we've just experienced from Venus retrograde and then a Mercury retrograde. Our hearts are, going through a major upgrade right now. Our sense of value and sense of self with the Venus retrograde, that's what it's doing. It's showing you the boundaries. It's showing you what's acceptable and unacceptable in your life. It's showing you your sense of worth. It shows you where you've been putting your energy that no longer needs your energy. What have you been giving? And you're not being replenished. You're just becoming drained. So it's giving you the space and energy to release. Take care of your health. Watch your physical joints of your body. Drink plenty of water. Get rest. I speak on the health aspect physically, because a Venus retrograde too can add to us feeling physically unwell. With the full moon, it's going to intensify. And with the Mercury retrograde, it's going to intensify. So this is the time to nurture and take care of yourself and see where you need healing, be it physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually. Where can you bring yourself back into alignment in a time where you've been pushed and pulled into so many different directions after, going through the December Venus retrograde until now. And Mercury being in retrograde in Aquarius at the time, conjunct Saturn in Aquarius, is giving you information and ideas. A lot of stuff is coming in from the outside. And this is a thing too, where this full moon wants you to take a step back, take some time for self, because there's so much going on the outside world. So be wary of watching too much television, news, things that are just going to create more anxiety and emotional energy within you. The outside world, drama, all of that kind of stuff, manipulation, power games, all of that. You need to take a break. You need to take a break and you need to feel your feelings. Whatever they may be, do not deny them. Do not push them aside. Do not try and think yourself positive through this. Feel them as they are. Feel the pain. Feel the darkness. Feel the anxiety. Feel the emotion of it, so it can move through you, okay? So you can flow with it, so it can come out of you. It does not need to be stuffed down. You do not need to be constipated with emotion. You need to let it go. You need to release it, and the only way to release it is to feel it. There is no other way, and it's sensitive. Especially a full moon in Cancer, it's to do with mother, nurturing. How were you nurtured as well growing up? This is very important things to think about, because our nurturing abilities of self have a lot to relate to the mother and how the mother nurtured us. Can you give yourself the space and time? Can you nurture you? Because that's what this is asking you to do. Even though there's so much happening in the outside world, there's so much of revelations, there's so much of things coming to light, there's all of this energy, right? any secrets coming to light, relationships, so forth, all of that. Pluto wants to bring it out. A Mercury retrograde, a Venus retrograde wants to show you all that you're worthy of with the Venus retrograde. The Mercury retrograde wants to show you that you need to rethink some things in your life currently. And Pluto being there is telling you some things need to come to an end for transformation to happen. Might not be at this exact moment, but it's giving you the energy to release emotionally so you can take the steps going forward to make the changes that you need to make within your life. Will it be an easy full moon? No, it wouldn't be, because it's a full moon, and full moons are very sensitive energies, and we already release so much during a full moon. It's difficult to sleep. But with the Mercury retrograde and a Venus retrograde, it's just adding a bit more to the energy. It's intensifying it for us. And the full moon being opposite Pluto, power games, manipulations are something that will be definitely evident. If you're around any people that are aggressive, violent, temperamental, now would be the time to take a step back and try, and I'm being serious, I know I smile when I say it, but honestly speaking, if you're around anyone that is aggressive, temperamental, does not handle emotional upsets very well, feels frustrated, and throws a tantrum, you should now, this is your cue to exit. This is your cue to leave that situation. This is your cue to move away from anything that is not safe or secure, because that's what the full moon wants. This is also the time where you might feel defensive about how you're feeling. Remember, because it's very sensitive. So when we are in a sensitive place, you can feel defensive. Other people can feel defensive. This would not be the time to try and have a conversation with someone about how maybe they should change or what you think. It can become very, very either verbally aggressive, physically aggressive. It can become very, very raw. So take the time and the space for yourself. Feel what you're feeling. Make the changes you need to make. But under this full moon and the sensitivity that's coming through, the energy that's coming through when it comes to safety, security, emotional comfort, nurturing, cozy, it wants that. It wants that protection. So be aware of that. And if you're a sensitive being, make sure that you're protecting your space, clear it of negative energy, smoke cleanse, drink plenty of water, manifestation, chakra balancing. Put yourself in the space to be nurtured. That's why I strongly suggest during this full moon, protection work, grounding work, all the things you do, light a candle for protections, get to a point where you can protect your energy from outside manipulation, anyone that's trying to control, because Pluto also has that controlling element to it. And take some time for yourself. Be in the moment, release, let go, heal, and allow for transformation to come through for you. There is support, Don't feel alone, because this is a very emotional full moon. And if you need to cry, cry it out. Know that your spirit team has got your back. You're not alone. And know that it's letting you cleanse yourself. Water is healing. And Cancer is ruled by water, and it's cardinal water, so it wants emotional change. So allow that to happen. Thank you so much for watching. Do like and subscribe. My website's linked down below if you'd like a reading, as well as a link for appreciation of these videos. Thank you.